So this will be like one we could use. Now, another thing you could do is you can kind of come up here, click on it, and go to effects. And it kind of shows you like what effect is on it. So you can kind of change that if you wanted to. This right here is the animation that's on it. So it shows you it's using a block animation, but we could actually change this. You know, we could do this whatever we want it to be, like scroll through rate. You know, so we could just change that if we wanted. Now it says scroll through rate. Now we're using burst, right? And then over here, instead of block, right, we could use the same thing. We could use burst. Right? And so you can kind of like play with these, right? And kind of see what you want. Maybe you want burst on the second one, and maybe on this first one, maybe we want something, you know, like that. So now we're going to go over here real quick and just preview this one. You're just messing with it. And the thing about it is that it's pretty long, right? This whole entire clip's pretty long because that video in the back is pretty long. If I click on that video, 9 seconds. So another thing we could do is we can kind of say, okay, how long do we want this video to be, right? So I can go here, I can mark an in point and go to the end of it, mark an out point. That is a 10-second clip. So it could work if we want to do 10 seconds. However, I got a different idea here. I feel I'm going to maybe cut out some of this. I'm going to trim some of this fat.
Which is basically like...
So let's listen to the beginning, kind of see what she says.
The average scroll through rate, which is basically like on YouTube Shorts, you can see what percentage of people viewed versus swiped away. And I like to call it scroll through rate. But the average scroll through rate is like...
The thing that I don't like here about this clip is it says the average scroll through rate, stumble, explain, and then she says the average scroll through rate. That's the only thing is like, if I really wanted this clip to go viral, I would probably spend a little bit more time trying to figure out how to better tell her story, maybe even switch the order of some of this stuff. Because it's just a little like, it's kind of wasting time, right? But I think it still could work because it's so short. But I wonder what would happen if I chop some of this out. Let's try to see if we can find a place.
Like on YouTube Shorts, you can see what percentage of people viewed versus swiped away. Percentage of people, what percent?
Okay, let's see if we can find a little cut there and see if we can do it. Let's see, what percentage?
What percent?
Let's just try to cut right there. What percentage? So I made a little cut there, and let's just see what happens just for testing. Delete. Okay, so I just deleted out that first little fluff. I'm just going to see, just for the sake of teaching you guys something,